This podcast contains content related to child exploitation and criminal investigations. Listener discretion is strongly advised. The views expressed are those of the host and do not represent any official agency. All individuals discussed are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. It started as a friend request in a game. Next came a direct message. After that, a call request. One click and a child can be in a private space with an adult that they met online. One click and the conversation is no longer in a moderated game that a parent set parental controls on. It's in a messaging app with private servers, audio calls, video, and file sharing. One click and parents may never even know that it happened. This is Discord. I'm Sean Lacey, and this is Chasing Shadows. In previous episodes, we've covered chat rooms. Last episode, we talked about Roblox and how predators migrate kids off platforms. Today, we're going to take a long, practical look at Discord, what it is, how it works, why it's useful, and why it's dangerous when predators exploit its features. I'll explain the platform structure, the real-world patterns that I see in investigations, and one case that shows how supposedly safe Roblox setup can lead to serious exploitation once Discord gets involved. So, where did Discord come from? Well, it was launched in 2015 as a real-time voice and text tool for gamers. Over time, it evolved into a general-purpose community platform. Groups of people who gather around topics like gaming, art, music, study groups, hobby fandoms, local communities, and so many more. Anyone can find anything they're interested in on Discord. The platform is built around three core concepts: servers, channels, and direct messages. Servers are community spaces. Some of them are public, some are private, and only accessible by invite. Inside of a server, you can have multiple channels for text, voice, or video. Direct messages are exactly what they sound like. They're private, one-to-one, or a small group conversation that sit outside of those servers. What else does Discord do? Well, it supports voice and video calls, screen sharing, and file transfer. Those features make it powerful for collaborating and socializing, but they also create the worst avenues for predators to escalate interactions quickly. A user can go from a text chat in a public channel to a private voice call in seconds. And what was public and better monitored now becomes private and hidden from that public eye. That structure creates such an ease of escalation and is the core reason that I focus on Discord cases. Discord's not small. Discord's huge. Hundreds of millions of registered users and tens of millions of people use it daily. It's skewed young. A large slice of Discord's audience are teenagers and young adults. That's incredibly important because predators naturally follow that audience. Predators want to hunt in target-rich environments. When an app has a concentrated youth presence, it becomes extremely attractive to people looking to target those users. And on top of that, the national reporting landscape shows how urgent this is. Last year, platforms collectively reported millions of suspected incidents to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Discord alone reported hundreds of thousands to the cyber tip line. Hundreds of thousands in 1 year, in the year 2024. That could be hundreds of thousands of potential victims. That report is a sign of how good Discord is getting at detecting, but it also speaks to the scale of the problem. how many incidents go unflagged? How many incidents go unreported? How many incidents never make it to law enforcement? But let's talk about the ones that do. Here's what we actually see in our investigations: the pattern of offenders using Discord. They lurk and they join. Predators join public or semi-public servers around interests that appeal to young people, like games, hobby groups, or communities related to certain fandom. They blend in, they watch, and they look for young voices. Next, they groom in public and then recruit into private spaces. The initial contact may be public, a friendly reply, or a DM request. Once a child responds, then the predator shifts completely to direct messages to isolate the conversation and to start to build trust. Text is just the start. They want to see. They want to hear. So predators push for voice or video calls because those interactions feel more private and are more intimate. Calls let them control the pacing and pressure in real time. They share and trade files. Discord has a feature that allows file sharing, making it possible for offenders to share illicit images or videos in private channels or direct messages. Why? Well, sometimes it's to prove that they're not the police. Sometimes it's to prove credibility to other offenders. Sometimes it's to expose victims and coerce them into doing things that they ask. Predators create their own private servers. It allows them to move victims or co-conspirators into private, invite-only servers where moderation is either limited or completely absent. Predators rotate accounts and invite links. They use multiple burner accounts and temporary invites so that when one account is flagged or banned, they reconstitute the network quickly. They bounce right back. They have other networks set up so that there's not a lag for them. When you put all of this together, that combination of public entry, private grooming, real-time calls, and file exchange, that's why Discord has become both a recruitment ground and a hub for trading illicit material. So how does this directly apply to my world? Well, let's talk about a case that shows how dangerous the migration to Discord can be. A 10-year-old girl was playing on her laptop that her mom thought was secured. Mom had done the right thing. Set up a Roblox account with parental controls, chat filters, tightened up the settings. On Roblox, the child's account looked locked down. We talked about the dangers of Roblox in the last episode. But kids are curious. Kids are small geniuses when it comes to computers. They can get around the filters just like the predators can by moving to other apps. In this case, someone the child met on Roblox found them on Discord and continued the conversation there. Not continued, actually created a conversation that they couldn't have on Roblox. When that child created a Discord account, they entered a whole new world of danger and didn't understand the risks. Once on Discord, the pattern was fast and disturbing. The child received multiple direct messages from multiple users all over the world that had found them on Roblox. They offered the child Robux, which is Roblox in-game currency. They offered him other game items as payment if she would send nude pictures and perform for them on camera. Over days and weeks, she was contacted by dozens of accounts. Accounts that weren't just domestic to Virginia or domestic to the United States, but they were from all over the world. And all of this activity was hidden inside of a single laptop. They groomed with compliments and small promises, then escalated with offers of currency and asked for live videos. Sometimes the child complied. Sometimes they were terrified and confused. The mother discovered the Discord account by accidentally checking the browser history. She brought it forward. When we examined the device, the online traces, we found evidence of multiple direct messages, invite links to private servers, transaction officers, and call logs. The predators were international. Some accounts were even anonymous and short-lived. Others were linked to larger groups trading illicit material. This case shows several things. A lockdown game account doesn't protect a child if they or someone else moves the interaction off platform. Predators will pay. They use currency initiatives, social proof, and the promise of an exclusive access to coerce a child. They know what motivates kids. And if they find them on a game like Roblox, and they're struggling to do certain things, promising them to make their accounts full of Robux is one way to help in the grooming process. Another lesson we got from this is the conversations can be hidden in one single laptop, seemingly erased when you click the X in the upper right-hand corner, hidden from the view of their parents, virtually invisible unless someone happens upon them or intentionally goes and looks for them. So, how much child sexual abuse material is being traded on this platform, on this app? How bad is it? Well, exact totals are kind of hard to measure, but official reporting by platforms and the cyber tip line data makes the scale clear. Discord submitted a couple 100,000 cyber tips in 2024. A couple 100,000. And remember that the number of cyber tips that were received in 2024 was over 20 million. Those figures show this is not a handful of bad actors on an app. This is a systematic problem that plays out across all apps and networks. Recent law enforcement work has also exposed organized groups using Discord servers to distribute and trade child sexual abuse material. We're going to cover some other activities that these groups use in a future episode. Now, things that Discord is trying to do that don't fully solve the problem. They've introduced some safety tools. The Family Center, privacy controls, explicit content filters, and reporting mechanisms. The Family Center can give parents visibility into which servers a teen joins and who adds them as friends. Well, that's useful because it gives a window into the activity. But what are the limits with this technology? The Family Center and the privacy settings don't let parents read a teen's private DM or listen to their calls. Teens can still create alternate accounts or disable some of the settings if they know how or they find a passcode. The Family Center doesn't allow us as parents to monitor real-time calls. We can't capture those. And as soon as a child closes a window or deletes a message, we can't see it. The Family Center is helpful for establishing visibility in an account that you know about, but it's not a full parental control system. Parental involvement, digital boundaries, and education of the kids still remains essential. So, when asked, here's what I tell parents based on what I've seen in the investigations that we've worked. Know the app. Get into it. Create a Discord account or sit next to your child and have them show you their Discord profile. Have them take you into what servers they're in. Read the types of communication that happens inside these servers. Look at their friend list. If they can't tell you who these people are or how they met them, or you get a weird feeling, that's a red flag. If they're very secretive about showing you these things, that's a red flag. I tell them, use the Family Center, use the privacy settings because any help you can get is good help. Connect through the Family Center so you can see the servers. You can see the friend requests. In your child's account, set direct messages to friends only where possible, and turn on those explicit content filters. Limit who can add them, and challenge your children about who they're adding. Talk about what it looks like to move off Discord or to move off Roblox to Discord. Not all of these interactions stay on Discord. Explain that requests to move to other apps like Snapchat, Telegram, or even into private servers on Discord is a major red flag, and they need to tell you about those things. Make a family rule. Don't move chats without parent permission. Teach about offers and incentives. Explain that free in-game currency, Amazon gift cards, or promises, they're common manipulation tools that these bad people use. Teach kids that offers to pay for sexual contact should be refused and reported. If you spot evidence, if you come across some things, take screenshots. Write down usernames, timestamps. Keep the device powered on. Call law enforcement. Don't let your child delete the messages or accounts, and don't delete them yourself because you don't want them on the device. All of this evidence helps us trace networks and link accounts. And deleting or turning off the device makes it increasingly difficult for us. Report this activity quickly. You can use Discord's reporting tools itself and then file a report with the cyber tip line. Call the police. Notify law enforcement. What happens if your child has been exploited? Well, they may feel shame and fear. Don't punish them. Create a safe, supportive environment so they'll tell you the whole story. I've gone to several houses to help parents interview their children, to help get the whole story of the activity that's gone on. Use your local ICAC and law enforcement resources to assist you in these processes. Consider different device level controls for your kids. For elementary age children, consider keeping the devices in common areas. When I grew up, the computer was in the living room. Consider using parental controls located on the device themselves, or not allowing access to certain apps depending on the age group of the child. Have the password to the account. Check it for other linked accounts. Go on to the account. Some parents may consider it spying. Your kids are in dangerous waters. Let's do everything we can to protect them. These steps matter. An investigation, parents who take quick, calm action dramatically improves the outcome for their children. Our best defense is prevention, but also reporting that builds cases early. Platforms often retain the metadata and logs even after accounts are deleted, and for those records to help investigators, we need legal process. But law enforcement needs to do that quickly. We need prompt reporting to get those legal processes out to gather that data. Also, I know this is a lot to take in, and that's why we've put together a Discord parent guide to go along with this episode. It's short, practical, and designed for everyday parents. No technical background required. Inside, you'll find a checklist of the most important steps. How to check if your child has a Discord account. How to connect through Discord's Family Center. Which privacy and safety settings to turn on right away. Conversation starters you can use with your kids about strangers, offers of Robux and gift cards, and the pressures to move into voice and video chats. It also covers what to do if something goes wrong, how to preserve evidence, who to report it to, and how to support your child without shame and punishment. This guide is there so you don't have to memorize everything from this episode. Think of it as a quick reference sheet, the first steps you can take tonight to make Discord safer in your house. because Discord can be a vibrant place for kids to learn and to socialize. But it's also a platform predators know how to use. Family Center and platform tools can help, but they aren't a substitute for active parenting, for conversations, and for quick response. Grab the parent guide for this episode, put a couple of those steps in place, and you're already better prepared than most. In the next episode, we're going to dig into sextortion and how predators use apps like Snapchat and Instagram to coerce teens, how images become leverage, and what to do when it happens. If you're listening with a parent hat on, you're not going to want to miss that one. If you found value in this podcast, please like, share, follow. The more people that we get listening, the more this information impacts parents and hopefully saves children. I'm Sean Lacey, and this has been Chasing Shadows. Thank you for listening, and thank you for standing with me in this fight.